Welcome to Growing Up Boomer. I'm your host, Padre, with my co-host, Professor. And this podcast is dedicated to the life and times of the baby boomer generation. The show is loosely scripted, and sometimes we'll go down rabbit holes, and where it leads us to, one will never know. This podcast can be informative, funny, and sometimes irreverent. But most of all, we hope you find it entertaining. Hey, Professor, how's it going?
I'm okay, Padre. And you?
Oh, man, I cannot complain. But you know what?
What?
I saw a movie about a week ago, and I forgot to tell you about it.
Okay,
No. This is not an action film. This is actually, I was getting in touch with my feminine side. Okay?
No way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what was it?
Nonas with Vince Vaughn.
Okay, we're going to watch that soon.
Oh, you will love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. Matter of fact, it's based on a true story.
All right.
And I guess in the movie, the guy who opens up a restaurant with the insurance money his mom left him after she passed away.
Okay, well, stop giving it away.
Oh, okay, all right. But
no, I'm only kidding. I know you're not going to do the worst. No, I don't know much about it other than I know it's Nona's. Okay, and there's a restaurant involved. And a good college friend of mine, we share what we're watching and so on. And he says you got to watch it. So yeah,
you will love it. I was so inspired. I went cooking.
All
righty.
And what'd you cook? Oh, you're going to show me.
There it is, right there.
Basil and lemon pepper reginette in a bolognese, topped with Asiago cheese.
That's right. And it was delicious.
Looks good.
And that was fresh made pasta.
Okay.
And I just loved it. So, yeah, it was, I was very, very, shall we say, inspired by the movie.
Apparently you were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good.
And the Padre household is excited.
Good.
We'll all get out.
Good.
Because it opens this week. Mission Impossible. Dun, dun,
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
That's right. The newest one.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, we're going through. We'll get to watch that. We're going through some movies lately, but I think I told you my nephew is now living with us, and he has not seen a lot of classic movies. So we started with Terminator and Terminator 2.
I was going to ask, when we say classics, you and I have the different.
Yeah. Okay. And Iron Man. Okay. We're going to do Die Hard with him. Okay. And so, so those are some of the classics that we're talking about that we think he would enjoy.
Are you going to get him? Welcome to the party. That's one of the lines.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah. So anyway. Yippee-yi-yay. Yeah, yippee-yi-yay.
Oh, those are great. No, it opens up, so we just can't wait. And you know it's even better. What's coming out June 6th?
What's that?
Ballerina.
On D-Day. Okay.
Ballerina.
Okay.
John Wick, from the world of John Wick.
Wow. He's going to dance around shooting people up?
Well, actually, I think Keanu Reeves has a very small part in it.
Oh. Okay.
They call him, I think, to liquidate the ballerina who's gone rogue.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you've watched any of the John Wick movies.
I've watched the first one.
Oh, no.
And that was it.
There's a whole
I know the whole series is so much just shoot me up, blood and blah, blah, blah. It gets tiring.
It's like
to me, it gets tiring.
It's like watching an adventure movie at the very end. They just keep on fighting.
Yeah. I mean, I could take so much of it. And it's kind of like, okay, let's move on. But I have to be in the right frame of mind for it.
Yeah, but the whole background you need to understand understand what the ballerina is. You need to see the third one. In which case,
I have to go see the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one's my favorite.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Second one is my favorite by far.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll start to watch them because my nephew, I think he likes John Wick movies.
Okay.
So
Well, we'll find out, huh?
we'll find out. You got it. Absolutely.
All righty. Well, what do you say we get into the podcast, buddy?
We can do that.
All right. As you know, we're going to be talking about icons, theater, movie, and TV icons that we, as baby boomers, just almost sometimes idolized.
Oh, yeah.
But Gen Zers, Zoomers, have no idea who these people are.
Well, yeah, some of these, you're right. I agree. Some of them, they may have heard of them, but some of them, they probably have not heard of at all. And yeah, well, yeah, like the first one, right? Like Sonny and Cher.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I loved listening to them in the '60s. Are you kidding? I remember in Manhattan and going up to see my girlfriends or whatever it is, and just singing those songs and loving them, loving them. Yeah, I got you, babe.
I was going to say, did you ever sing that to Jackie?
Got you, babe. Probably in the courting days. Yeah, I know. That was really good. That was listening to them, Sonny and Cher. They had a lot of good stuff together.
The beat goes on.
The beat goes on. Yep.
Yeah. Bang bang.
Bang bang. I shot you down. Bang bang. At the ground. Bang bang. Da, 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 bang bang. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, they were violent before rap came on board, huh?
Yeah, that was
Jimi Hendrix, right?
Oh, Jimi Hendrix. Now that's elite.
Yeah, well,
that's a lead guitarist.
Hey Joe.
Hey Joe. Well, of course you like that one.
Yeah.
And
that gun in your hand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm gonna shoot my lady. I caught her with another man. No, they just don't make songs like that anymore.
Yep. And his guitar lick for Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, isn't that
amazing?
He was awesome. He's
yeah. I some people say that he was probably the best lead guitarist, but a lot of people say he wasn't. There's others, but he was really good.
But he was up there.
Yeah, he was absolutely up there.
He would be absolutely up there. Unfortunately, died at a very young age.
He died at a very young age. Yep, like some others.
And both of them, Sonny Bono and Bo Cher. I mean, they went to very, very lucrative and very, very good careers after they were done with the Sonny and Cher song.
Oh, absolutely. They both had good careers. And Sonny didn't he become mayor? He was a mayor, right?
He was mayor of Palm Springs.
Palm Springs.
And a congressman, a U.S. congressman.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he met an untimely death.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He ran into a tree skiing up in Lake Tahoe. And
that can hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But he did star in Airplane 2.
Okay. Did I see?
You didn't see any of the Airplane movies.
No, I saw Airplane. I saw Airplane for sure. I'm just trying to think if I saw Airplane 2. I don't remember if I have. Yeah.
He was the Mad Bomber in Airplane 2. Wore glasses they looked like the bottom of Coke bottles.
I don't think I saw that.
And they were on a shuttle because we had colonized the moon. So there was a colony up on the moon.
Oh, okay.
And we, instead of an airplane, we were taking the shuttle to the moon.
Okay.
All righty.
As it should be.
Yeah. So that was it. But Cher, on the other hand, I mean, first of all, she was born in 1946, so she's a fellow boomer.
Oh, absolutely, boom. Both of them are. I mean, how old is Sonny?
How many times has she relaunched her career?
Half a dozen.
Think about that. First of all, she was with the Sonny and Cher, right? Then she did a TV show. Her and Sonny did a TV show.
Yep.
Then she did a solo career.
Solo show. Yep.
Right. Then she had a #1 hit in 1998, Believe.
Yep.
Right? All the kids are dancing to this. And hey, the person, this one that did the song was writing music back in the 1960s.
Yep.
And then she launched her Las Vegas career.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I had friends who went out to see her, and they say she was amazing.
I would imagine she puts on a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I mean, she's 78 now?
Well,
I mean-
she was in 46. You said she was born?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is, well, look at some of the stars. Mick Jagger, he's in his 80s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, McCartney is up there too.
Yeah, he's what is he? He was born in 41.
Yeah, there you go. So he's
and-
84.
Yeah, and Ringo was born in 1940.
Right.
See, him and John Lennon were the oldest Beatles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're up there, but they're still performing.
They're still performing. I know, it's
Yeah.
amazing. And of course, kids these days have heard of the Beatles.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure they've heard of the Beatles.
And the Rolling Stones are Mick
The
Jagger.
Rolling Stones and Mick Jagger, yeah, probably, because those songs are still out there. Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
so yeah, but Sonny and Cher, they were a class act. They were great.
Oh, absolutely.
It's fun to watch them. Yeah,
Just unbelievable. You're absolutely.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I'll guarantee you they won't know who Farrah Fawcett is.
Who? I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
know you know her.
I know.
Yeah.
Of course, I know Farrah Fawcett. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. She had all that
She
feathered
was a-
hair stuff.
Yes.
The Charlie
yeah.
Angels. Yeah.
The big hair. The big
big
hair.
hair.
And
Yeah.
she was just a fashion icon, unbelievable.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
definitely set some trends. Absolutely.
Right. And remember the red swimsuit poster?
Uh-huh.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
That sold over 6 million copies.
Yeah, I bet. I wonder how many were inside locker room doors.
You're right. And I remember her on Logan's Run.
I didn't have any in my locker room doors, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, just so you know. I didn't have any pictures in my locker room doors.
Okay, good man. Do you remember Logan's Run? York?
Yeah, I remember Logan's Run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was in that one too.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then she really did some heavy stuff on TV about a wife being abused and stuff like that. I mean, she
I
was
don't
really.
think I remember that.
Oh yeah. I mean, she did some pretty heavy roles in her
Okay.
later career. Passed away. I'm trying to think. Passed away in 2009. Passed away
Okay.
of cancer. I mean, poor
Okay.
thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
So yeah. Then how about Ricky Nelson?
Ricky Nelson. You know, Ricky Nelson was good. I
He
don't think
was-
anybody, the youngins, have never heard of him.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
a heartthrob back in the day.
He definitely was a heartthrob. Yep.
Yeah. Ozzie and Harriet, remember?
Ozzie and Harriet. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Ozzie and Harriet. Yeah. And he had some
Oh,
good songs. He had some very, very popular songs.
Oh, yeah. Well, do you know this about him? Is that he had 30 top 40 hits.
I didn't think it was that many, but I'm not really
Yeah,
surprised. I
30.
knew he had a lot.
Yeah. In between 1957 and 1962, he had 30. The only people to beat him were Elvis Presley and Pat Boone.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, and let's be honest, a lot of his recordings too, the A and the B side were hits. It
Yeah.
very rarely happens.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
He
one of
was
his
good.
number one song that he's known for,
Oh, you're going to tell me.
Garden Party.
Go.
Went to a garden party.
uh,
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's coming back to you.
I'm thinking of another song.
Yeah.
Shoosh. Gosh, I don't remember right now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But
He was good.
That was his number one song. He also came out of movies. He was in Rio Bravo with John
Yep.
Wayne
Yep, he was. Uh-huh.
and the wackiest ship in the army.
Yeah. Okay. That one, no. I don't think I saw that one.
That was just a silly one.
Yeah. The title sounds silly.
Yeah, but he
So,
was,
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, good old Ricky Nelson. Now, you remember
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore.
oh my goodness, who doesn't? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. No one does today.
Right.
but us, who doesn't?
Yeah, I know that. I mean, she put on a good show, the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Dick Van Dyke, absolutely. Yeah. She was. They were both good. I mean, they both had great shows. They had a great show together, and they worked very, very well together.
Yes,
I mean,
they
their
did.
timing and their comedic stuff and so on. And Dick
Absolutely.
Van Dyke, he would do all these crazy things, falling over couches and stuff like that. And right? Yeah.
Well, the other thing that she did too, she was a pioneer because she was the only one, the first role, remember, because they did have single women in sitcoms before,
Yeah.
but they were always widows. In other words, they had their husbands and their husbands died.
Okay.
She was the first one that wasn't widowed.
Got it.
She chose not to be married and go after a career.
Got it. Huh, interesting.
I mean, that was big time back in the early late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And and she had her very charitable. She donated to a lot, and she was one of the grand marshals of the diabetes for young kids' diabetes. As a matter of fact, she was diagnosed with diabetes in 1969.
That I did not know.
Yeah, and she had a malignant brain tumor, and she had operated in 2011.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Then she passed away in 2017, and her friends basically said by 2014 that she was nearly blind because of the complications of diabetes.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, but she still kept doing charitable work as best she could.
Sure. Dick Van Dyke, though, I mean, that's very sad. Dick Van Dyke, on a happier note or more positive note, do you remember the tap dancing? He was really good.
Oh, he was
he
awesome.
Had a blast doing the tap. He could do shtick. He was good.
Yeah. You talk about tap dancing. You remember how big that was?
Oh yes, absolutely. I enjoyed it.
Do you remember the Hines brothers?
Oh, they were incredible.
Oh, the Cotton Club, the movie with Richard Gere.
Yep.
And you know what? That was one of Nicolas Cage's first parts.
Was in that movie?
Is in that movie.
Yeah.
He's a gangster.
Yeah. Wasn't that? Yeah. I'm just thinking about the tap dancers, but Gene Kelly, wasn't Gene Kelly a tap dancer too?
Yes, he was. He was a dancer. So, yeah. Well, he was. Yeah, he could do just about anything.
He could do just about anything.
He could do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
you're right. Gene Kelly was just awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. But Mary Poppins.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Did you know this? And I think I really believe that this is urban legend.
Okay.
Broccoli, who does the James Bond movies.
Okay.
When Sean Connery decided to leave, went to Dick Van Dyke and asked him if he would like to be the new James Bond.
Oof.
And Dick Van Dyke said, "Have you heard my accent?" My British accent, which he does in
of course.
In the Mary Poppins, which has been rated as one of the worst accents.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so he turned it down because he told me, he said, "You heard my British accent."
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see him as a James Bond.
No.
Okay, guys.
You never know.
I mean, of course, you never know. Yeah.
Do you remember the actor Orlando Bloom?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember he was in Troy and he played Paris.
What else was he in? Because I think I remember him something else.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. That's where it was. Yeah. Of course.
And he just seemed kind of like, just not a serious really down serious leading actor. And so when what was the name of the movie? It was Scott Ripley's movie. It was Kingdom, In Search of the Kingdom, or something like that. And this is where he plays the leader that actually saved Jerusalem.
Huh.
And so you're thinking, this guy cannot be a leading man like that, an action hero, leading man. He pulled it off.
Yeah. You never know.
I was impressed.
Yeah. You never know.
You just never know. So
absolutely.
That's why they're called actors.
That's why they're called actors, because they act like crazy. So
one person that if they want to know what true singing is like for rock and roll, Linda Ronstadt. Awesome. These Zoomers need this, and she's also a fellow baby boomer. She was born in 1946.
Yep, she's absolutely a baby boomer, and she had a great career. Just took off. Has some great songs, great voice. Of course, she and Gavin Newsom had, Jerry Brown had a little romance, if you will. Okay,
Governor Moonbeam.
Yep, Governor Moonbeam. Yep, back then, first time around.
you know what? I remember watching 60 Minutes, and they had like a real fuzzy, she was doing a concert, and Jerry Brown was there, and she dedicated the song to My Boyfriend's Back.
Yeah.
Okay. She dedicated the song to him, and in which case, 60 Minutes, I think it was 60 Minutes, decided to say, oh, look, it's like we catch them kissing, and there was like a blurry in the background. I said, that is so National Enquirer. And I mean, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, come on. This was something for the National Enquirer, not 60 Minutes.
Yeah, well, I guess because they could. So
yeah. You remember the Stone Pony? It was her first group.
I remember the Stone Ponies. They were a good group. That was her first group.
You're right. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
And what was the big song?
Oh, you're going to tell me, and I'm going to say, of course.
I am, because I think Jenny performed this one at one of the talent shows. Different Drum.
Oh, Different Drum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you know in 1978 that she was the highest female money earner in 1978?
I believe it.
Get this.
Yeah.
She made, right, in single, she made 12 million sales gross, just in singles, which is about equivalent today to about 58 million. In album sales, are you ready for this one? In album sales, she grossed 60 million, which is equivalent today's money of 289 million. So back in 1978, you're looking at $72 million.
Yeah. She was doing okay. No wonder Moonbeam liked her.
And on the cover of Time magazine.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, she had that face. It was kind of like the Girl Next Door face.
Mm-hmm.
Just very innocent and sweet and tough, kind of like a Meg Ryan type of look.
Yeah. She was kind of like a Taylor Swift of the time. That popular. That popular.
You're not that popular. And her heritage, just like Joan Baez, was Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they can sing so good.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
me. I mean, that DNA, singing DNA, went
because Padre, you're talking about Mexican women, not men.
Very good. That's true.
There you go. There's a difference. There's a big difference. In case you haven't noticed.
But she was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, she was good.
I mean, just her voice. Did you know she helped the Eagles get started?
The Eagles?
The Eagles.
I did not. No, I didn't know that. But they were all in California, so that doesn't surprise me.
That is correct. And what happened? They were the backup band for her.
Okay.
And so doing quite successful. But they told her, well, you know what? We're thinking of starting, or we're going to break off and start our own band. And she said, if you're going to do that, you need to get this guitar player. So, I mean, she was just very, very kind, and she got, I can't remember what the guitar player, I think it was Joe Walsh or something like that, but she was there to help out people. She was just very, very giving. I mean, and just could sing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, she had a great voice. I listened to some stations, or I should say some playlists and so on. Of the time of those era, and she comes up, and every time she comes up, and it's a pleasure to listen to her. So yeah.
The thing about Linda Ronstadt is once she sings a song, she owns it. Yeah, you're just like Desperado.
Yep, absolutely.
Was an Eagles song.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't her song, but when she did it, it became hers.
Nobody remembers the Eagles.
Yeah.
She was just an awesome, awesome singer. Beautiful voice.
Yeah. Beautiful. All the way around. Yep. Good person.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Before we go, did you know that she retired from singing?
Okay.
I think
I haven't heard from
her. She retired from singing.
She's still alive, right?
No. Yeah, she's still alive, but she retired. Right. I want to say, golly, it was 2000. I think it was 2002. 2002, I think. I could be wrong, but she retired because she has Parkinson's.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, and she said she just lost her ability to sing, so she retired. I think it was like 2006. I think. I
Right.
can't recall real quick, but yeah.
Well, she's got to be 78, 79 years old. So,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because you got to figure, she was born in 1946.
yeah, I just did the math. Okay.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
very good. That's why
Yeah,
you're in finances, right?
yeah, yeah. There you go. Okay. I could do that quick
You
math.
can do the math.
Yeah, the math is right on. 78, 79. Yeah, in that ballpark. Do you
Something
remember
like-
something like that? Do you remember Burt Reynolds?
Oh, who could forget? Well, yeah. If you know Burt Reynolds, I mean, how many? I think he made like 125 movies. I think.
He was extremely prolific in the movie business. Absolutely.
You're
And some of them were pretty good movies. I mean, they were enjoyable. Some of them, not so much. But the whole Smokey and the Bandit, the whole series and all that. They're
Yeah.
funny, crazy movies.
Stroker
Absolutely.
Ace.
Yep. Yep.
Do you remember the end with
No.
Dom DeLuise?
No, I remember Dom DeLuise. I don't remember the end.
He gets misdiagnosed as only having like 3 months to live or a
Mhm.
month to live. And so he hires Dom DeLuise to kill him. And he's like Dom DeLuise is like an institution,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
And so they tell him that he's not going to die, that it was misdiagnosed. It was somebody else's chart. Well,
Oh.
then he can't call off the contract because Dom DeLuise is a little on the mental side, and he's
Oh,
trying
wow.
to kill Burt Reynolds for the rest of the movie.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, and the other one, do you remember the movie City Heat?
No.
This was made, it was kind of made tongue in cheek. It was with Burt Reynolds and Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
The reason why they
yeah.
made it was because when they were trying to make it big into Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood told them neither of them had the horses or the acting ability
Mm-hmm.
to make it in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So by this time, they were big stars, or both of them are big stars. So they decided to make City Heat as just like in your face.
In your face. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
We'll never make it in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole point. Because they were
Yeah.
they were told they would never make it in Hollywood,
Right.
and they made it.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. That was a good
yeah.
movie. Yeah.
No one can forget Deliverance.
Deliverance. I mean, Deliverance. You can have nightmares about that. 50 years downstream. Are you kidding?
Near.
Oh, no. Yep. Absolutely. Dueling banjos.
The one with Mark Wahlberg when he was starting. Boogie Nights.
Didn't see Boogie Nights.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense movie. It's about the porn industry.
Yeah.
I've never been one to watch that one because I'm not interested, but apparently he got high accolades for his acting ability there.
Yeah.
Now, I did see, though, and I thought it was a good movie. Probably most people won't. Driven, which is a Sylvester Stallone movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays Burt Reynolds plays like the crew chief, not so much the crew chief, but kind of like the crew chief.
Mm-hmm.
He runs the not only the pits, but he runs the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And he hires Sylvester Stallone to kind of nurture this new kid that he knows is very good, but he just doesn't have it, and he needs someone who has experience. And that's Sylvester Stallone. Driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
Yeah.
Driven. Not a bad movie.
Yeah. I
Not a
haven't
bad
seen that.
movie. Yeah, he passed away at 82, not too long ago, about 2018.
Yeah.
So he wasn't, but yeah, he was quite the actor. I mean, just movie after movie. Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cannibal Run.
Stroker Ace.
Yeah. I'll tell you, going back to Deliverance, I'm sure, this is catered to boomers, but if there's any either millennials, Gen Z, or whatever's out there, if you want to see a powerful movie that will stick with you, watch Deliverance.
Yeah, squeal like a pig.
Squeal like a pig. Absolutely. Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh, crazy. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a crazy one, wasn't it?
It was. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, how about Bob Newhart?
Bob Newhart show.
Oh,
That was great.
he just passed away.
He did just pass away recently.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
Yeah, it was recently. So, yeah,
it was in
pretty
July
recent.
of 22. And the only reason why, but the Zoomers may know this if they watch The Big Bang,
You're right.
because he comes out in The Big Bang.
Yeah,
Near the end
yeah.
of the thing of Obi-Wan.
And they probably do watch Big Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably do. So they probably know him. But his show, the Bob Newhart show, his timing, his comedic timing is just spot on.
Oh,
Just incredible. Funny show. You make you roar laughing.
You and I could say the same thing and it wouldn't be funny.
Oh, no.
But he would say it and it would be hilarious.
I know. Like, on my best day, I couldn't even get near him.
Yeah. And he won some awards too. He won, I think, three Grammy Awards, an Emmy Award, and a Golden Globe Award, and also the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I ever tell you this? When me and Kathy got married, which will be 50 years in just a few months,
Oh, wow. Ooh.
we went to Tahoe and we saw him in do his stand-up routine.
Oh, I bet that was hysterical.
Oh, I mean, I laughed so hard, I almost wet my pants. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is hilarious.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Yeah, the opening act was the Manhattan Transfer.
Okay. I remember them too.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you
guess-
mentioned mentioned going to see into Las Vegas to see him, and it just reminded me of somebody else that, you know, some millennials and Gen Zers. Okay, they probably heard the name. Okay, because of the the news story, but Bill Cosby. Okay, another one that a lot of them probably haven't heard of. If it wasn't for, you know, the court case and everything else that went through, okay, they probably would have never heard of him.
Yeah.
And you reminded me when you said you went there. Jackie and I went to, I think it was Reno, and we saw him in person. Holy moly, just incredibly, just hilarious.
Yeah.
I went into one of these laughing fits, okay, and it got really quiet, and I realized,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm the only one making noise, so I just it was one of those crazy. I mean, whatever.
Everybody's turning to you, looking at you. Right?
A lot of people turn into what is going on. They think I was funny. What can I tell you? Okay, anyway,
Well, it's funny to you.
it was funny. Well, no, everybody laughed. I just continued. I didn't stop laughing. That was the issue.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. All right.
He
All
was
right,
good.
I'm thinking of another. Which one? What
Well,
would you say?
well, Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Oh yeah.
They were huge act. I didn't really get into them much, but they were huge.
Yeah. They were
a lot.
big.
Yeah, they were big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm a little bit country,
Uh-huh.
and you're a little bit rock and roll.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, they had the variety show.
They had the variety. They did.
Yeah,
Yep.
They were like really popular at one time.
They were. A lot of people followed them, and just I mean, their harmonies were great. They sang very, very well together. And they were a good act.
Oh, yeah.
For the bit that I saw them, but I didn't really get into them a lot. Some people just followed the show and everything else. I knew some of the songs pretty much.
Yeah, we
I
used to
probably
watch
saw the show once or twice.
Yeah, whenever I went over to my parents' house, I mean, Mom loved them. The Donnie and Marie show. She could
the
not
Donnie and
get
Marie
enough of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So,
A lot of people were that way.
that
Wasn't
was
quite my thing, but that's okay.
it. Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Yeah.
Professor, I'm going to tell you this. You know, we're running a little long, so let's do one more and we'll finish this up next week. What do you say?
All right. That's fine with me. Who do you want to finish up with?
Okay. How about Debbie Reynolds?
Ooh, now she was a credible actress.
Yes.
Absolutely. She was a very elegant individual.
Mhm.
She was America's sweetheart.
That-
If I
you're
recall correctly, that was her
absolutely right.
nickname, right? Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
so right, you know.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of scandal behind her, but she made some excellent movies.
She was able to sing and dance and act. I mean, she put it all together.
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the rain. Singing in the rain. Yeah, I know.
How the West Was Won, which
How
was
the
a
West
big
was
time.
one. Another big one.
The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
Molly Brown, yes.
I think she got an Academy Award nomination for that.
Okay, I believe that.
Nun. The
Mhm.
Singing
The
Nun.
Singing Nun, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, she passed away in 2016.
Okay.
right after her daughter passed away.
Mm.
Remember Carrie Fisher?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Carrie
Yeah.
Fisher, absolutely.
Yeah, she passed away. It was December 27th, 2016, on an airplane. She had a heart attack. I think she was coming over the Atlantic.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, I mean, when you're on the airplane, you have a heart attack
In the middle of the
You're not gonna go
Atlantic, yeah.
hospital until you get to where you're supposed to land.
Yep, unless they got something on board, and that typically
Yeah.
they don't. Yeah.
And so she was devastated.
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds just devastated, and her son Todd Fisher was saying that when she got the news, she just repeated that, you know, because I just want to be with Carrie.
Well,
and it was like the next day she passed away
yeah.
of a stroke. You know,
Well, having lost a child, I can get I
yeah.
can get that. But
Yeah.
Carrie went way too young. Oof.
Yeah, and then when you're in your 80s,
Yeah.
that's pretty tough. But,
Yeah, absolutely.
But, her life was like, my goodness. Do you remember the Eddie Fisher, Elizabeth Taylor scandal?
Uh-huh.
You remember when
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds was married to Eddie Fisher,
Right.
right? And
Mhm.
Elizabeth Taylor was married to Mike Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Mike Todd dies in an airplane crash.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher, of course, they're very close friends to Mike
Mhm.
Todd and Elizabeth Taylor. Well, they go over to console Elizabeth Taylor, right? But
Mhm.
little Eddie Fisher, again, consoles a little too much.
Yeah, yeah.
And he ends up divorcing Debbie Reynolds and goes with Elizabeth Taylor. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a big scandal.
Big scandal.
And then what happens? Elizabeth Taylor meets Cleopatra, meets Richard Burton,
Right.
and becomes Eddie Fisher.
Yep, absolutely. And then they become an item.
But
Okay.
oh my goodness! I mean, and just and apparently just years before Elizabeth Taylor passed away, they did make amends. They happened to be, not knowing, they happened to be on a cruise ship. They were going across the ocean on the Queen Elizabeth II,
Mhm.
the new one.
Mhm.
And they found out that they were there, and they sent a note to each other.
Mhm.
And she was saying this, I think, in Oprah Winfrey. And they sent a note to each other, and they reconciled back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they became friends again or whatever.
Yeah. just
exactly.
before Elizabeth.
Yeah, that was a big hot item in all the tabloids. Are you kidding?
Oh my goodness! Well, back then too.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
Yeah. Well,
You
yeah,
know,
it was a big deal
but
back then.
then, that
Yeah.
was big time.
Big time.
You know,
Absolute big time.
If people would have known what politicians were doing back then,
Hmm.
oh man, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it was one of those things. But she was just a wonderful person. Just
Yep.
you're absolutely right. America's sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know, and but you're right. Nobody knows who she is.
Yeah. She's not one that I think the youngins are aware of. Yeah.
Well, Professor, what do you say we end this one, and then we'll pick it up next week with the rest of the.
Okay, sounds good, because there's a list. There's a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, how many icons were there? And these are the ones. There was enough icons that we know about, like Steve
Right.
McQueen. Everybody knows Steve McQueen, you
Right.
know. But
Yeah.
there was a ton. How about and I'm just throwing this out, like Lee Marvin,
Lee Marvin.
a great actor.
Absolutely.
Who's
There's a whole bunch.
Arthur Mathal.
Jack Lemmon.
Oh, he's on my list.
Okay. Well,
I love
yeah,
Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon was great. We'll talk about him next week.
Golly.
Yeah.
My favorite movie by Jack Lemmon,
Some Like It
Some
Hot.
Like It Hot, with
Absolutely.
Tony Curtis
I've only seen that about a half a dozen times.
and with Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn
What a
Monroe.
great movie.
I know, it was a really
love
great
that
movie. Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
we're running even longer now.
Well, okay. Well,
All right,
we could go longer, but we better not.
Yeah,
All right, we'll talk next time. Talk later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We'd like to thank you for listening and remind you, if you happen to have any baby boomer topics you'd like us to cover, just email us at growingupboomer@gmail.com. And until next time, may God bless.